It's now been 2 weeks since Wargaming has posted the trailer for Unreal Engine, and it's been a week since we've had the ability to mess around with the open test and see exactly what the vision that Wargaming has for the future of Blitz is. And we can all agree the vision's not very good. We've spat on it, we've stepped on it. It's like a piece of gum that gets stuck on the bottom of your boot. None of us like the way the future of Blitz is heading. Now, I am not entirely against everything in Reforged. As I said the other day, I made a video talking about 3 things I like. I like the fact that when you die in a premium or a tech tree, you can instantly leave the game and then go into another battle with that tank, even though it hasn't exited that game. I like the fact that rating battles are going to give you gold when you win. And I also like the fact that there are a boatload of premiums, like the Waffenträger Alpha 100, that you're able to just buy without purchasing crates. So there are some good things, but there's also a lot of negative things. A lot of negative things. The overall set UI is absolutely terrible. The addition of keys, the addition of the leveling progress, and the additional of steel currency. The fact that a tier 9 now costs over 11 million credits to purchase and fully equip into your garage, not to mention you still need XP to research the line. The over monetization of things which were previously free. The fact that as a newer beginner, you are forced to go down only a few lines, taking away the player's freedom. These are all things that I am against, and I have talked about all of these things in my previous videos. Now, the good news is it seems Wargaming has listened to a lot of our complaints and have rolled back a lot of the changes. They originally were against win rate, and they were against the stats, and now it looks like they are already working on, as they've said, putting stats back into the game. They are already planning on reworking the UI, reworking the sets, which they've also talked about on their stream. There's a lot of things that Wargaming is hopefully doing that the community is complaining about, right? So that's the good news. The bad news is I don't know exactly how much of the community they're going to listen to when they redesign the UI and the overall sets. This here is a message from Wargaming's official channel. Somebody said tech tree is better than sets, to be honest. And then the reply was, got your point. The work is in progress to bring additional interface that looks like tech trees. Now, I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it sounds like they're trying to make like an OG UI style and as well the new set style, and then you can choose which of the two you want to look at. The thing is, are they still going to make it so you need keys? Because I'm going to be honest, the only reason Wargaming has put sets into the game and why they've split up the tech trees is because of money. That's it. Like, I don't care what reasoning Wargaming says on their live streams. I don't care what they tell me, even when I talk to them privately. At the end of the day, I know why sets are coming into the game. It's because they can now monetize them. They have keys which exist right here, and you have to unlock keys by leveling up. But what if you don't want to level up? What if you're a new player? As a new player, you're only allowed to get like 5 lines, and the highest tier is like 6. But you can skip your level just by purchasing the ability to level up. So for example, the first set you get your hands on, if we go over to the search feature, and we click on the Dream Team. This is the first set you get your hands on, right? Every new level, you get one of these little level stars. And these level stars are how you level up your account, which then allows you to unlock more sets, which then allows you to buy the sets with keys, which then allows you to start researching more lines. You can see how it works. So you can literally level up. Like, look at this. I can go from level 58 to 69 with the experience I have. I can also use gold and do the exact same thing. In fact, this set was level 0, and just using 10,000 gold, I was able to get it to level 58. That is 58 of these stars, and you only need 4 stars to level up as a beginner. So you can go from a very, very low level to spending gold and making your way easily into the ability to grind more tech trees. But the fact that you have to spend gold to unlock the ability to get more tech trees if you don't want to go through this grinding process is incredibly cringe. For example, let's say I start a new account with Unreal Engine. If I start a new account, I'm being forced to go down certain lines. So re-rolling is going to be absolutely diabolical in terms of annoyance. If you want to start a new account with Reforged, you're going to have to go through all of this, make your way all the way to level 19, where you get the ability to grind an Object 268, a Type 71, or a Vickers Light. Like, I don't get that. It's very, very cringe. The reason why, as I've said, they've put sets into the game, why they've redesigned everything, is because they can make more sets than there are tech trees, and then they can force you to spend money on them. To unlock a tech tree, this is 20 keys here. This set is 20 keys. 20 keys is equivalent to leveling up 4 to 6 times, depending on how high of a level you are. That is a boatload of XP that you're going to need to use to level up. I mean, that's insane. They're basically trying to just slow the progress of people leveling up, and in the process of that, making it so if you want to level up, you have to spend money. And that is how I would assume Wargaming's thought process with sets exists. Because, like, I actually like how this set looks. You start at the tier 1, and you make your way all the way to the tier 10, or tier 7, right? This makes sense. Starting off with the SU-85B, going to the SU-85, SU-100, SU-152, ISU-152, 704, and 268. That all makes sense, right? But then you arrive to sets like the T-29 set, right? So the T-29 is the American Heavy, and it grinds to the T-110E5. So if we do T-29, we can see here, you start off with the T-29, and then you go to the 5482, or not the 5482, you go to the T-29 to the T-32, M103, and E5. But, like, here's a good question for you. Where's the M6? Where's the T1 Heavy? Well, no worry. If you want to find those tanks, you have to type in M6. Those two vehicles are an entirely different set, which has the M6 and T1 Heavy. Why are there two random-ass tech tree vehicles in a set? I mean, it makes a little sense, because, like, the M6 Experimental and M6 A2E1 are here, but, like, just throw them in the line with the T29 and the rest. Why did you make an entirely different set? So you can charge people money now to unlock this set, which is just stupid. And then there's the vehicles before the T1 Heavy. I don't even remember what they are, but, like, you get my point. What they've done is they've split up tech trees. They've taken things which were previously tech trees, and they've made it now, like, look at this one. 1390. That's the first tank you start off with? Why? Why does it go 1390 Ballshot T-25 TAP Ballshot T-25 ton? Why is the 1375 not in this set? Why is the AMX 12T not in this set? Well, if you want to find those vehicles, you have to go to the search function, then you have to type in 75. And then we will see the AMX 1375 here with the AMX 12T and the AMX ELC BIS. Why does this tank, and this tank not make its way into the same set as the Ballshot T-1 and start at tier 1 or tier 2? These are the things that are very confusing to me. These are the things that don't make sense. The reason why they're doing this is because they can split up what were previously combined and then charge you keys for this half and this half. It's stupid. I highly disagree with it. And it's the major thing that I really don't like about the sets. We don't need more sets. Wargaming's reasoning for why they were putting sets into the game was, quote unquote, tech trees were too confusing. We didn't want to add more icons because it was convoluting, so we made sets instead. What? How is this? How is this any simpler? How is this in any World Wargaming easier to scroll through than a freaking tech tree, which you click on the nation and then boom, you have all the tech tree? How is this easier? It's not. You know it's not. You've purposefully made it more confusing. Like, there's so many different tabs. And by the way, they all scroll. Like, every single one of these tabs scroll. Why? Why have we done this? You know that your organization is bad when you've had to add a freaking search function. Look at how many sets there are in the game. This is ridiculous. Who the hell is going to know all this stuff? And not only that, look at the freaking collections tab. What am I looking at? This is terrible. This is actually terrible. Like, no words. I have no words. No words. That's all I'm going to say. The design of the sets is terrible. I do not want them to come into the game unless they are fixed. If they were all like the 268, where each set had start to finish the same line and grinding experience as it currently does, then I would not have a problem with it. But the problem is right now, that's not how the sets are designed. They are split up into separate things, and they've thrown 18,000 premiums in them. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll see you all in the next one. But, hey, at least the good news is that it seems they are listening to us. But I still don't know how this is going to work, because they still are having keys in the game. Are they going to remove keys? I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens with the second iteration of Unreal Engine. I'm really, really hoping that they clean up a lot of their act. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.